Paw Claus saves Christmas. In the bustling heart of New York City, where the streets twinkled with holiday lights and the aroma of roasted chestnuts danced through the air, lived a dog named Paw Claus. He was a scruffy golden retriever with a mix of enthusiasm and charm that melted hearts endlessly. With a fluffy white beard that made him look like a furry Santa, he was beloved by everyone in the neighborhood, especially by the Johnson family. Little Lucy and her older brother Sam adored him, and he spent his days playing in Central Park, chasing squirrels and wagging his tail at passers-by. As Christmas approached, the Johnsons transformed their cozy apartment into a festive wonderland. They hung ornaments on the tree, wrapped gifts in bright paper, and decorated cookies that filled the air with the sweet scent of frosting. Paw Claus could barely contain his excitement, especially as he watched Lucy and Sam giggle, counting down the days until Christmas morning. However, not everyone was caught up in the Christmas spirit. Late one night, a group of thieves was lurking outside the Johnsons' building. The ringleader, a slick man named Vince, had a plan to steal all the presents from the unsuspecting families before Christmas morning. With a glint of mischief in their eyes, they prowled, ready to pounce on the unsuspecting homes. On Christmas Eve, as the Johnsons were finished decorating, Paw Claus sensed something was amiss. The air was filled with an unusual tension, and the back door creaked slightly as shadows flicked by. With his ears perked and his instincts kicking in, he decided to investigate. He padded softly to the door and pushed it open with his nose, stepping into the chilly evening. Outside, he spotted Vince and his gang sneaking toward the Johnsons' apartment. Their eyes gleamed with greed as they eyed the heap of beautifully wrapped gifts piled under the tree. Paw Claus felt a surge of determination. He couldn't let that happen. He barked loudly, catching the thieves off guard. "Hey, what's that noise?" Vince said, turning around. Paw Claus sprinted toward the nearest thief, barking fiercely with all his might. Surprised at the sight of the small, yet feisty dog charging at them, the thieves stumbled backward. "It's just a dog," one of them laughed nervously. But Paw Claus wasn't just any dog. He dashed around in circles, effectively blocking their path, his little detective's cap on his head, and he whined loudly to get the attention of anyone who could help. Lucy, peeking out the window, noticed the commotion. "Sam! Look! Paw Claus is outside," she exclaimed, her eyes wide with worry as she quickly pulled on her winter coat. "Paw Claus! Stay back!" Sam shouted, but it was too late. Paw Claus darted in between the thieves' legs, nipping at their heels, his barks echoing into the night. Just then, a few neighbors had heard the ruckus and stepped outside. Brian, the local chef, and Mrs. Delgado, the retired police officer, rushed to the commotion, finally realizing what was happening. "Hey, you! Get away from that dog!" Brian shouted, brandishing a frying pan in one hand. Mrs. Delgado, meanwhile, reached for her phone to call the police. Seeing the growing crowd gathering, the thieves began to panic. "Let's get out of here!" Vince yelled, and the gang started to retreat, but not without reason. They hadn't counted on Paw Claus' brave heart nor the neighbors' dedication to their community. As the first police car arrived with flashing lights, the thieves turned to flee, but Paw Claus wasn't done yet. With one last burst of energy, he dashed forward and bit the leg of Vince's pants, causing him to trip over his own feet and tumble hard onto the sidewalk. Paw Claus barked loudly, drawing even more attention. The police jumped out of their car, quickly apprehending Vince and his gang before they could get away. With the thieves in custody, the neighborhood erupted into cheers, thanking Paw Claus for his bravery. It was a Christmas miracle. The Johnsons, relieved and grateful, bundled up Paw Claus in a warm blanket and showered him with treats. Lucy and Sam hugged him tight, proclaiming him the hero of Christmas. "You saved our presents, Paw Claus." Lucy giggled as they settled back into the apartment, warmth and joy filling their hearts. That night, as the snow began to gently fall outside, the Johnson family gathered around the tree, their spirits high. Paw Claus, exhausted but happy, nestled between Lucy and Sam, knowing that he had truly saved Christmas. From that day on, he wore his Christmas scarf like a badge, reminding everyone that sometimes, a little furry hero is all it takes to bring the joy of the season back to life in the heart of New York City. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel so I can create more enjoyable audio stories. Thank you.